Hey guys, so today we're going to be fragging a Goniopora. Goniopora, also known as flower pot corals. They're found in the Persian Seas, the Indian Ocean, various tropical and subtropical areas of the Pacific Ocean, and we've seen them as far north as Hong Kong. But this process of fragging is going to be the same for Alveopora or Goniopora. And I'm using a frag saw, a wet saw for this. But you could try using, like a tile saw or a Dremel people have used. So what I'm doing here is I'm just exposing it to air and shaking it a little bit to get the polyps to go into the skeleton. That way there's less damage when we're cutting it. So it takes a little bit, but the longer you wait, the more they'll go in there and be hidden away, and then we'll be ready to cut. So I've got my saw all cleaned up, fresh salt water in there, ready to go. And first thing I want to do is I want to cut just below all the polyps, just to take it off of the disc basically and give me a clean piece of coral to work with. In my experience, it doesn't matter how close you go to the top of the polyps, but you want to give it a little bit of space. You don't want to do internal damage, If you cut too close, actually the polyps will start growing out of the bottom underneath the coral. This was a maricultured colony. They grow them on big metal racks out in the ocean. So here we go. So basically, there's really no wrong way to do this, but the way that I found works best is I cut around the outside edge in kind of like a circle, leaving a big donut hole in the middle. Because there's so many polyps near the edge growing downwards, I want to maximize those, and I'll end up rotating those so that they're facing upward. So yeah, it's just gonna pop out like that. I take the middle piece out, that'll make a nice big frag, and then I'm just gonna go around and chop off little chunks. As long as you have one polyp, it'll work as a frag, but I'm generous. I give a bunch there. And of course it's going to expand and it's going to look beautiful. But yeah, I don't really worry about cutting the polyp in half or anything. You are going to lose some on the edge where you cut, but they heal really quick. I'd say about 2 weeks or so, and you're going to be healed up. And there you go, there's the little chunks. So then I just go around and clean them up a little bit. Sometimes I take off more of the bottom just so it can be closer to the frag disc. That way it'll start encrusting faster. And yeah, I put a little blotch down, and then what I do is I like to fill in the edges to help it encrust down and touch, and then you don't get all little critters living in there. If you have any worms or amphipods, stuff like that, they don't have a little cave to live in, which just might cut down on irritating the coral. But yeah, and then I go through with the turkey baster and kind of clean them off, because they're going to get little particles all stuck in there, and it's going to help them recover faster if you give them a clean start. So once I get them all cleaned up, then they'll be ready to go in the tank. And I usually put them back right in the same spot they came from. That way it's the same flow and the same lighting that they've been used to. So we'll just pop these bad boys back in there, and sometimes I'll turkey baste them again, just another coat. And there you have it. A few weeks later, they're going to look like beautiful new colonies.